It's the time of year when every general manager strikes the official pose, placing a cell phone next to his ear. There is discussion, debate, negotiation and conversation about players, all with the goal of improving a team this season or resetting a team for next season and beyond.
We'll see who's buying and who's selling soon enough. Such is the way of life here in the stretch run of the NBA trade deadline. With 2 weeks remaining until February 8th, you'll hear plenty of alleged proposals through various media channels, where maybe 5% of those will actually see the light.
One understated factor: what low payroll teams can serve as third teams that can absorb big contracts and help facilitate trades. In that sense, the Magic, Jazz, Pistons and Raptors could be valuable middlemen. Also, some teams will wait for the buyout market to grab talent on the cheap. Here are 5 teams to watch in the shadow of the trade deadline and which players might be ready for a change of scenery and address. Atlanta Hawks. It was, 3 years ago when this team made the conference finals? That seems like a decade ago.
The Hawks are tail spinning and currently in the process of a reset, which could take a minute. They'll reload around Trae Young. What they need? The Hawks have youth with Jalen Johnson, so perhaps a proven swingman, or recoup some of those 3 first-round picks sent to the Spurs for DeJounte Murray.
Players who might move: Murray, Clint Capella. The Murray-Young experiment appears ready to end after 2 seasons, to no fault of either. It just hasn't amounted to winning. Capella's deal has 1 season remaining and could help teams looking for size. OKC?
Charlotte Hornets. Now under new ownership, the Hornets are ripe for reinvention, especially since this season looks like a wash. The future is still LaMelo Ball, who the Hornets are blueprinting a way to build around.
But the current supporting cast isn't cutting it. What they need? With decent young bigs and rookie Brandon Miller on board, the Hornets require a running mate for LaMelo. Players who might move: Gordon Hayward, Miles Bridges. The purge began this week with Terry Rozier going to Miami.
Hayward is more trade-friendly because of his expiring contract, and the Hornets haven't shown much interest in extending Bridges' expiring deal. Golden State Warriors. The once proud dynasty is getting old, expensive and fragile.
The Warriors are desperate just to make the playoffs, a sad statement here in the Steph Curry era. The Warriors can still salvage Curry's remaining elite years, but the process requires immediate attention.
What they need? Proven vets who are ready to win, because you can't do a rebuild with Curry. Players who might move: Andrew Wiggins, Chris Paul. Question: has their value dropped too far? The Warriors might take whatever they can get.
A gutsier move: trading Klay Thompson, who hasn't inked an extension. He could walk this summer and the Warriors would risk getting nothing. Chicago Bulls. Chicago is caught in a dreadful place. Not good enough to contend, or maybe even make the playoffs, not bad enough to bottom out and fetch a high draft pick.
Teams that build a house in this neighborhood never go anywhere. Therefore, time for a shake-up. What they need? First-round picks, although Chicago's recent draft history isn't stellar.
Players who might move: DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Nikola Vucevic, Alex Caruso. DeRozan is on an expiring deal. LaVine's value isn't high because of his contract and injury history.
Caruso's contract is team-friendly and he has the highest trade value. Portland Trail Blazers here in year 1. A. D. After Damian, the Blazers are regrouping and it's going as expected. The team and its future belong to the young and developing.
Therefore, any veteran Blazers are susceptible to relocation if Portland gets an offer it can't refuse. What they need. It's easy to say Portland needs picks, but the Blazers are already young.
They can roll the dice on a player who needs a change of scenery. Players who might move: Malcolm Brogdon, Jerami Grant. It's a mild surprise that Brogdon is still a Blazer, especially with Scoot Henderson needing minutes.
Contending teams would love him as a backup. Grant's contract will make some teams hesitate. Sean Powell has covered the NBA for more than 25 years. You can email him here, find his archive here and follow him on X.
The views on this page do not necessarily reflect the views of the NBA, its clubs or Warner Bros. Discovery.